Most people associate MC Hammer with his flamboyant dance moves, signature hammer pants, and pop rap hits like You Can't Touch This. Beneath the extravagant exterior of his commercial persona, was a complex individual who inspired both fear and respect among the streets and hip-hop communities. The late 1980s saw the rise of MC Hammer from Oakland, California. Hammer was born in 1962 and raised in a poor neighborhood of East Oakland where he was forced to hustle to make a living. Before rap, he was the bat boy for the Oakland A's, where he was referred to as Hammer because of his resemblance to baseball legend Hank Aaron. With a $20,000 advance from A's players Mike Davis and Dwayne Murphy, he founded his own label, Busted Records, and released his debut album, Feel My Power, in 1986. That endeavor would pay off handsomely with 60,000 copies sold on their own, straight out of the streets of Oakland. Hammer signed with Capitol Records in 1988, and the game was totally revamped by Please Hammer Don't Hurt Them in 1990. In becoming the first rapper to sell more than 10 million copies of the platinum-selling album, Hammer set an unprecedented standard. You Can't Touch This, featuring a sample of Rick James' Super Freak, was not only a hit song, it was an international song. Hammer's energy was unmatched, backed by sharp choreography, iconic hammer pants and stadium-level showmanship that made crowds erupt. The streets recognized a whole other Hammer, whereas the rest of the world saw a pop-rap sensation. Let's talk about why even the toughest rappers wouldn't dare to cross him. Oakland was no joke in the 1980s and 1990s. Gang violence and street life defined the culture, and it was tough. Hammer had street roots despite his innocent-looking image. Even though he grew up with hustlers and criminals, his loyalty to his people was never in doubt. He remained in East Oakland after he became successful and took his whole block with him. At the high point of the money-making spree, Hammer was earning $1 million per month, and he hired over 200 people. On Busted Records, he signed producers, dancers, and rappers. Hammer was known for assisting needy families and everyone on his block was looked after by Hammer. If you made a mockery of him, Oakland took offense. He earned respect that no amount of money could buy. However, the fear was mixed with respect. Hammer had straight-up men who didn't play. Legends from the time including Fat Joe spoke in an interview from 2020, that described Hammer as someone who would smile when he greeted you but made it clear that he wasn't a man to be taken lightly. Others claimed that Hammer and Tupac circulated in the same social circles and claimed connections with the mob Piru gang. He was said to be one of the people to whom Suge Knight of infamous Death Row Records did not cross, and Hammer was a target for diss tracks because of his clean reputation. MC Search dissed Hammer on the Gas Face in 1990, aiming at his mother. Rumors swirled that Hammer allegedly put a $50,000 bounty on Search's head in retaliation. Redman made fun of Hammer in a 1992 skit titled Funky Uncles, which parodied Hammer Time. In 2016, Redman told Vlad TV that he was driven out of Oakland by Hammer's crew. Even the notorious Tough Ice Cube backed off when Hammer challenged him over a diss. Hammer's point was very clear: don't be fooled by the dance routines. He stepped up his game with his 1994 release of The Funky Headhunter, dissing competitors and embracing the style of gangster rap. Songs like Pumps and a Bump showed that he could spice things up, but he never wavered from his core values of Oakland loyalty and intolerance for rudeness. Beyond the streets, Hammer was a formidable force thanks to his business acumen. Hammer was a master of branding, turning "You Can't Touch This" into a catchphrase that has endured to this day. He negotiated agreements with British Knights, Pepsi, and KFC, proving that rappers could take use of mainstream markets. Though they weren't entirely successful, Hammerman, his cartoon, and the film Please Hammer Don't Hurt Them were all ambitious. In 1995, he signed with Death Row, produced performers, and worked with legendary artists like Tupac and Big Daddy Kane. He also had a vision for technology by exploring online video sharing by the mid-1990s, long before YouTube even existed. Hammer's reputation as a Silicon Valley pioneer was cemented in 2024 when Afrotech revealed his investments in Twitter, Square, and Bump Technologies. So what made MC Hammer respected and feared? It wasn't because of the moves or the music. It was his duality, a CEO who played chess while everyone else played checkers, a man who fiercely guarded his reputation, and a worldwide superstar who never gave up his street cred. He was grounded by his financial collapse in 1996, that made him live with $13 million in debt, but coming back to become the tech tycoon and spiritual guru, showed that he never gave up on success. MC Hammer was truly the hip-hop sensation that used originality, loyalty, and street strength towards becoming an undeniable character personage of respect and fear.